So I'm listening to you and I have all these things happening inside of me, and I keep thinking, you don't have what I have. These feelings are like a fucking volcano right now for me.
I enjoy inflicting pain on people. I'm a sadistic narcissist. So very often I would externalize my internal aggression in order to kind of enjoy the effects on people.
People are good and they don't deserve to be hurt. They don't deserve to be treated that way. And that you see vulnerability and you pounce on it like
a highly traumatic, highly painful environment, usually childhood. And it usually forms between two polarities where the child is being overtly abused and neglected, and then also being spoiled in some way that is also boundaryless. So you might have an abusive father and then an apologetic, guilt-ridden mother. The father abuses and then the mother overcompensates for the child. Is that child then going to spend the rest of their life experiencing huge amounts of anxiety and depression? Yes.
That is the really saddest part of this. I keep coming back to this subject because I also have suffered myself a couple of very narcissistic boyfriend and friend. These people have many issues which they do not want to address, and then when you come on the scene, even the friends, they will still love bomb you and make you believe that their existence is a certain way, but ultimately they're not very well in their heads, and these people need to go and be diagnosed, but they won't. And so basically they vomit all over everyone else, and you just don't stand a chance. I had to find out, not directly, indirectly, through someone else, that the moment more or less we split up, he was with someone else. And that doesn't happen if he was concentrating on our relationship. That means that while he was with me, he was concentrating on other relationships. And you were just one of the cog in the wheel. And it's quite upsetting to realise that not only do you have what you went through, then you find out that there's another truth. And it's just, it takes your confidence away, because you realise that you didn't know this person at all, and all you knew was one of their masks. I just wish people would wake up. I'm not saying everybody is a narcissist, by the way, but I'm pretty sure that you will have them in your family. They're the people who don't listen. They're the people who say that they can talk about what they want, but you can't talk about what you want. They're people who, they just take their life out on you. And it comes out more when it's someone close, like say a mother or a father or a relationship. And I look back at my life and I just think, nearly everybody is a narcissist. I'm an empath. It's different. We feel other people's feelings. So no matter that they put the mask on, you're always like, what's going on? Because your feelings from being an empath do not match with the feelings that they're giving you. And I gave both these people trust. And ultimately I never ever should have done, because the only people they're interested in is themselves. It is soul destroying for those that are awake. I thought when you wake up that you would know what you wanted, that you would wanted a different way of life because you've woken up. They must be words, because they don't live the actions they tell, and they do love putting you down. Like mine, for instance, didn't care I had a channel. Not at all. The most important thing was putting himself out on Facebook whenever he wanted to, or his songs, or whatever it is, the things he puts on Facebook. I don't know anymore, I don't look. But he did. And he had 3 or 4, maybe 5 people look at him unless he put a sad picture up of him and his mum or something. But he'd be saying, I hate my mum. Oh, I love you, mum, in the public. I'm going to take my brother to court. Oh, I'm going to play golf with him. The words that they used never matched So they've spent all this time telling how much they hate these people, and then they go and play golf with them, and then they put on Facebook they love them. So you will never, ever understand these people. Listen to what he says now.
I always say that for you to be a decent human being in Nazi Germany would have required you to have therapy. It was a psychopathic society. And that would have meant that being decent is a maladaptation. You know, you were sick. If you were decent, something was wrong with you.
Well, I'm redundant to a narcissist. They don't need me. We could sit here and inside of 5 minutes come up with multiple ways of exploiting vulnerable people if we chose to. If we were sick and psychopathic, we could do that. We don't need to sit through a 2-day seminar to do that. The only people who need to sit through a 2-day seminar are those who are looking to heal, because that's difficult. Abusing people is extremely easy.
I think all in all, we are a very bad mistake, catastrophic and critical mutation, which is frankly overtaking the gene pool, the White House and other places.
You should seek to have as little contact with them as possible. And I mean little, literally, you know, whatever communication you have with them, if you send them a text, less words is better. If you have to speak to them, less words is better. If it's a phone call, make it a shorter phone call. And I'm not being facetious or pedantic. Any and all communication and any and all information you give is ammunition, and it will all be used or could be used against you at a later date. Diminish contact as rapidly and as fully as you possibly can.
As I've explained, you know, I've looked at my life, and I think that most people in my life have been narcissists, family, relationships. But for me, it was what I thought was a good friend and what I thought was a loving boyfriend, but they weren't any of those things. So please take on board what I've said, because these people will be in your lives, and it is